Hey guys, it's me Jessica, aka Intriguing One here on YouTube, coming into you today on the ProofWLSWorks channel. It is New Year's Eve. Hopefully everybody is out enjoying themselves and will be safe tonight. Anyways, I'm going to jump right into this week's subject, which is talking about, not a favorite subject of mine, which is how you feel when you look back at pictures of yourself and such prior to having weight loss surgery. I just actually watched Amy's video and I can relate a lot to what she says in regards to pictures. I stayed out of the pictures. I was always the one taking the pictures, not the ones being in the picture, just because I hated the way that I looked. It didn't matter what I wore or what position I was in, I just always felt like I looked huge. But the pictures that I do have, when I look at them, I'm just like, wow, was I really that big? Because of course when you're heavy, you obviously know that you're big, there's no denying that, but I guess looking back at pictures now, I'm like, wow, I was really that big. I did a video on my own channel once called My Defining Moments, and that has some pictures in that video which honestly brings me to tears. And when I talk about those pictures, or when I see those pictures, I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, just so many emotions of, just all the reasons of why I wanted to have weight loss surgery to begin with, which, just to get rid of those feelings of hating the person that I was, or the shell that I was in. I didn't feel good about myself. I don't know. I mean, there's just so many raw emotions behind those feelings and emotions of being big and what it does to your self-esteem, to just a lot of things. It's even hard for me to articulate what I'm even trying to get across, because it's just that raw, it's that personal. But with the pictures, I regret, because I was heavy. I actually started gaining my weight after I had my third child, which was my third and last. And I do not have hardly any pictures of me with my children, because I didn't want to be in the pictures. And that's sad, because now I can't get those years back. I can't get those moments back with my kids. My kids now are 18, 17, and 15. So it's not like I can go back to when they were 5 or 10 and, take those pictures so I can say, look at these moments that we shared. All my pictures are either going to be of just them or them with somebody else, because I was the one behind the camera taking the pictures. And I would do the same thing. If there was a picture of me in it and I didn't like the way it looked, out the door, delete. That's the joys of technology these days. But even for things like doing comparison shots, I know there are some of you out there that have all these pictures, standing up, sitting down, in this type of clothing, that type of clothing. I don't have those. I didn't want them, don't want to see them. And like I said, the ones that I do, it's just like, I just look at them and I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. For those of you that know my journey or my story, I was not heavy growing up. I did not start gaining weight until after my third child, so I don't have that experience of knowing what it's like to grow up that way. So I guess, and people used to, sometimes talk to me like, oh, how skinny I was, and I'm thinking, you guys are first of all crazy. But then to go from being that type of person to then being the complete opposite, I mean, when you see people that knew you thin, I'm sure they're scratching their head going, what the heck happened to this girl? You know, so it was like, I mean, you didn't even almost want to keep those relationships because you didn't want to feel that shame that you had inside because of what you had allowed to happen to yourself. So if I had to sum it up in one word about what I feel when I look back to where I started, it's probably shame. Just ashamed of how I got there, ashamed of how I looked. Yeah, just shame. That about sums it up. Let's see. I'm going to try and attach at least a couple pictures here at the end, hopefully. And we'll go from there. So, hope everybody has a fabulous New Year's Eve, and everybody be safe, and I will see you all next year. Bye.